this. Okay, Ted, who do you have as your winner of the week?
Jeopardy fans, Aaron Rodgers, April 6th. Here we go. He's going to start his guest
What?
Jeopardy hosting. I cannot wait for this. Now, it's been a while since I've watched Jeopardy. The schedule and mine don't exactly match up, but I'm going to record some of these and see how Aaron Rodgers does. It's got to be kind of weird as a contestant, with Trebek over there. You understand the delivery, how his kind of how his mannerisms and everything are. It's going to be weird looking over there and seeing Aaron Rodgers and trying to get comfortable with how he reads stuff. I would probably be laughing at everything he said because the way he speaks, it's hard to tell if he's joking or I don't know. I just think this is going to be fascinating.
One of the best parts about Jeopardy was when Alex Trebek would subtly roast a contestant, right? Where he'd be like, oh no. Oh, like you give an answer that's so wrong. He's just like, oh no, that's not
or
right.
Roast all of them whenever he gives an answer and no one chimes in and he reads it very sarcastically as everyone in the world should know the answer to this.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be very good.
I do too.
At roasting the contestants, but he can't do it too much because then you look like a bully. And what kind of facial hair is he going to have? That's also a big question. Mustache?
Yeah, doesn't he usually clean up in the off season and then as the season starts, that whole situation kind of continues to develop?
I don't know. I think he'll be good, right?
He'll be good.
He better be good or else people are going to roast him. That is not an easy job.
It's not an easy job. And a lot of the stuff, like the pronunciation stuff, that we all know that Trebek was an absolute stickler for some of that stuff. Here's the thing. I think that he'll be totally prepared, which is the first thing. And I think that Aaron Rodgers is one of those people out there, athlete-wise, maybe one of the guys out there that's most comfortable in his own skin. Kind of what you see is what you get with him. So I think he'll go out there. He'll be pretty calm about it and kind of deliver. I think he'll do good.
I look forward to it. That takes place right during the middle of your radio show, right?
Yeah.
It's
going to be a DVR situation.
I used to watch so much. The Ikard house was all about the Jeopardy. We had a Jeopardy video game at our house. Yeah. Like that's how into it we were. Okay.
I used to watch it nonstop too. It was great after school. Yep.
Back when we were young and cared, man.
Nothing.
Thunder. I know that we're getting to your loser of the week, Ted, but the Thunder are so bad. First of all, it's changed to Bally Sports Oklahoma from Fox Sports Oklahoma. There's a new logo. It's confusing, but the Thunder are
a little dirty with
they're so bad at losing. They beat the Raptors tonight. So bad at losing. Like they just continued. I'm not mad about it. I like watching them win. I enjoy it, but man, there's just a whole lot going on with the new channel and everything. I think some people that have DirecTV, it was blacked out for some reason. No one could figure it out. There's new everything. And
they should have hired me as coach. I could have easily lost every game. They probably got too smart of a coach, too good of a coach.
Dagnall.
That's funny.
Come on, man. All right. Who do you have as your loser of the week?
Loser of the week is all of the losers that have made a racket out of attacking everyone in the sports world about how we shouldn't be playing, how we shouldn't have fans, how we shouldn't risk any of this stuff because and maybe the only good thing he's ever done, Roger Goodell came out this week and said, we expect full stadiums this fall. We expect to see every one of our fans have the ability to come out and watch their teams play. Yes. Everyone's saying it. Someone's just got to do it at some point, right?
And we know the NFL is going to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
zero rips given.
But also by the by the time the NFL season rolls around, like if you want to be vaccinated, they'll all be vaccinated. And who knows how that whole thing's going to work out. But
which is kind of a sidebar that, the NFL is telling the players that, because it sounds like there's been a whole lot of resistance to the vaccine from the players in the NFL. And the league is telling the guys that, well, there will be some more relaxed restrictions for those that do go and get vaccinated. So,
yeah, I saw something. I want to say it was on Twitter, and I want to say it was like the Washington Post or one of those papers. My buddy sent it to me, and it was like they conducted some poll, right? And I'm not telling people how they should feel, but I guess the poll was like, okay, if you knew everyone at a sporting event was vaccinated, would you feel comfortable going? And the results of this poll was said that like only like 69% of people would feel comfortable attending a sporting event where everyone was vaccinated. And I was so confused. I was like, what? I just didn't understand what the other 31%, like if everyone's vaccinated, right? I thought that was the whole point. I thought we're good at that point, right?
This is from the CDC. The vaccine does not keep you from getting it, doesn't keep you from passing it. It only is supposed to keep you from having a super adverse reaction to it. Now, that's what they've been saying. So, I don't know.
But then Pfizer, and I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. We read too much about this stuff,
exactly
anyways.
What it is it's a monstrous rabbit hole.
Yeah. All right. We're not going to go there. That's not this podcast is not that type of podcast. Okay, my winner of the week. I thought about going, Ted, I don't know if you saw this, but I thought about going with Vanderbilt football players, which I know sounds really weird because they haven't been any good, but they've got Clark Lee, right? The defense coordinator from Notre Dame. Now there's their head coach. And they just announced that the school is investing $300 million in a project to improve the football and basketball facilities. And football is getting some big time upgrades in that. I also thought about going with Lu Dort for letting Shea grab his arm. Now, people are saying he was holding his hand. I zoomed in on the picture because I'm a weirdo. He's actually, it's a forearm grasp. And what a psycho move by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. If you're scared of needles, you don't stare at the needle going into your arm. That doesn't seem like a good idea. But Lu Dort's the man. He continues to be the man. Was there for his teammate, was there for his buddy. Gotta love it. Lu Dort.
I'm surprised that whenever he grabbed his forearm, he didn't get some of his superpowers. And when they tried to jab him with that needle, it didn't just snap in half.
Hey, Lu Dort can only do so much. Okay. But my winner.
Real quick, though, that Vanderbilt deal, $300 million. That's awesome for them cashing in because I'm telling you, the college arms race for facilities is over. I think it's dead. With all this like name, image, and likeness stuff and how much money is going into the sport and the players not getting any of it, because we've already heard the calls for stop giving us stupid stuff like a recliner and a TV screen in my locker. I don't want that. I just want the cash, dude.
Yeah, give me the cash, bro.
I think this is going to be one of the last big type of facility upgrades we see like that.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's good. It could be more like the NFL, right? Where you walk in and you go, yeah, we got everything we need. This will do. Like, it's not going to blow you away.
Weight room, cafeteria, check.
You got food here? Okay. Yep. All right. We're good. Okay. But my winner, I guess it'd be winners of the week, is the Athletic Freaks, because some of these pro day performances are just ridiculous. Ted, you look what? Jamar Chase, 4.38 40, 41-inch vert. Kyle Pitts ran a 4.44 at 246 pounds, and he was zigging and zagging like he was drunk. My man could not run in a straight line, but was just. He
ran a 45 in 4.44.
He was flying. Justin Fields runs a 4.44, and had some really impressive throws. I think he got people talking again. For some reason, he's kind of outside of, the elite quarterback discussion in this class now for whatever reason. I'm not really sure, but man, he looks good physically. He had a hell of a pro day. Then you got a guy like Marco Wilson, who maybe a lot of people don't know, but he's a corner for Florida, ran a 4.37, had a 43.5-inch vert. I mean, what these guys, sometimes I forget just how gifted some of these guys are athletically. In this week, Ted, it was a good reminder of just how freaky some of these dudes are.
And you didn't
Because
even
damn,
list the 40 that Cosmi ran at Texas, 4.8.
do you want to go down that rabbit hole? We
No,
can go
I'm
down.
just
Okay, if you run 4.8 and he benched 36 reps
Yeah.
and had a really good short shuttle and a really good 3-cone, why wasn't he better? I don't
Coaching?
understand.
I don't know.
I don't want to hear about his arm length when you're that athletic. And maybe why didn't they put him in space more? Why weren't they running pin pull stuff with him out on the edge like you see people do with the athletic
Dude,
tackles
Herman's
in the
offense
NFL?
is this is the problem with Texas's offense under Tom Herman. It's same thing as it was at Ohio State. Everything's done through the quarterback run, uh, easy throws. They don't build any type of exterior running game. It was Greg Ward Jr. Same thing at Houston whenever he was there. It was the same thing with Sam Ehlinger. They don't have any type of traditional run game. The pass game is all just empty concepts where there's the threat of the quarterback run. It's a very vanilla offense and not a very good offense to showcase a tackle.
Sam Cosmi should be furious. Be furious. They should have been running outside zone to his side. They should have been running pin pull schemes where he could get out there, block alley defenders, block DBs, should have had him involved in the screen game. I had no idea he was that athletic. Ridiculous. Tom Herman. Okay, my loser of the week. Thought about going with that ref that didn't call the foul at the end of the Baylor UConn women's game. We talked to Fran about it. Like, that's just how you missed that
Go
one.
with the whole group. I mean, they're all out there, It's
I thought about going with NFL players because, as we expected, the owners approved expanding the regular season to 17 games. They are not happy. That's yikes.
It's so dumb. When has everyone gotten to the end of the NFL season and said, boy, if we just had one more game, we'd really be able to separate who needs to make the playoffs and who doesn't? We all know it's a money grab, but
you know what we need? One more NFL game to change the math that people have known for forever. So now it's very confusing for all of us.
Plus all the records and everything changed.
Yeah, there's going to be asterisks everywhere. It's annoying. I don't know why they did it. Oh, yes, I do. Because they're going to make more money. Huh. Interesting. I even thought about going with the NCAA, Ted, because it didn't seem like the whole thing with the Supreme Court was very fun for them at all. That didn't look enjoyable. But my I'll say my losers of the week, because I'm sure there were multiple. I'm sure there's multiple of them out there right now, Ted. People that like telling kids, high school kids, let's say, that they are too small to play in the NFL. Because the Seattle Seahawks gave my man Tyler Lockett a 4-year, $69.2 million contract extension.
Nice.
That includes $37 million guaranteed. This comes after a $31.8 million extension he signed back in 2018. He has been spectacular for Russell Wilson. He absolutely carved our ass up when he was playing at K-State. He is the pride of Booker T. Washington High School, and he is making all the people that said he was too small back in the day eat their stupid words. He may only be 5'10", Teddy, but that man's production is massive, and so is my man's bank account. Let's go, Tyler Lockett. That's awesome, man. He's such a damn good player.
Great player, great history of players going through that K-State program. He's been fun to watch. That is weird that this contract and the last contract equal up exactly to $100 million. Pretty fascinating there, but he's been great. And we've seen, through Oklahoma, some of our best wide receivers of all time kind of fit a similar type of stature. We've had Ryan Broyles wasn't a huge guy. Mark Clayton wasn't a huge guy. We've seen Marquise Brown, first round pick. So yeah, I would say it's way more accepted now maybe than it's ever been, especially at that position.
Tyler Lockett, big Thunder fan. He's probably just as confused as we are. They just keep winning. By the way, the Thunder had, I think it just said, I was looking at the graphic in the post-game coverage. First of all, this loss, or excuse me, it's a win for the Thunder, but really a loss when you think about it. It's Svi's fault again. He had 22 points. Svi, calm down. Calm down, Svi. But the Thunder had 64 rebounds tonight, which
maybe they should.
That's an unreal number.
You remember in Major League whenever the ladies, they're trying to get them to lose all the games and they keep winning. And oh gosh, what's the guy's name? The GM. She's asking what they need to do, and he's like, "How about instituting a series of fines for good play?" Maybe that's what they need to start doing for the Thunder. Start fining guys whenever they go for 22.
Svi's gonna be broke, man. Svi, God, he's balling though. It's kind of it is fun to watch. All right. On that note, episode 99 in the books. We'll have a new